Hey there, and welcome. Have you ever dreamed of walking into one of those cozy Russian cafes and just ordering with total confidence? I know, it can feel a little intimidating, but trust me, it's a really fun challenge, and we are absolutely going to conquer it together today. So, let's dive right in.
So picture this. You're walking around Moscow, maybe St. Petersburg, and you spot a cafe with the most amazing-looking coffee and cake in the window. You have to have it. You walk in, and then, what do you say? Don't even worry, because by the end of this little explainer, you'll know exactly what to do. Okay, first things first. We need our building blocks, the essential words. We're going to go through them one by one. I'll say each word very, very slowly, and I want you to repeat it right after me. Seriously, it's the best way to get it to stick. Ready?
Let's start with, maybe the most important one for a lot of us, coffee. In Russian, it's кофе. Hey, that sounds kind of similar, right? Let's break it down. Кофе. Okay, your turn.
All right, next up, for all you tea lovers out there, this one might also sound a little familiar. It's chai. Yep, just one simple syllable. Let's hear you say it. Chai. You got it. Now for something essential. Water. In Russian, we say voda. Now the key here is that the stress is on that second syllable, the da. Let's try it together. Voda. Excellent. And how about some juice? This one is nice and short, super easy to remember. It's sok. Simple, right? Go ahead, give it a try. Sok. Okay, here's a slightly longer one, the word for sandwich. But don't let it scare you. We're just going to break it down. Ready? It's buterbrod. Let's go syllable by syllable. Bu-ter-brod. Fantastic. And of course, for that delicious cake we saw in the window, well, this one's a piece of cake. It's tort. Sounds a little like the English word, which helps. Say it with me. Tort. Awesome work. You've got all the key words down. Now, let's get to the really important part, the magic phrase you'll use to actually order. It's like a super simple, powerful formula. And believe me, this formula for ordering is incredibly simple, just 3 parts. First, you start with мне. It basically means for me. Second, you just add the item you want. And third, you finish with the super important polite word for please, which is пожалуйста. Let's say that one nice and slow. Пожалуйста. So let's put it all together. To order that coffee, you'd say, мне кофе, пожалуйста. Let's say the whole phrase. Мне кофе, пожалуйста. Now, what if you wanted tea? You just swap it in. Мне чай, пожалуйста. See? You can do this with any item.
Okay, you've got the words, you've got the magic phrase. It's time to put it all together. We're going to run through a short, full conversation just like you would at the counter. Don't worry, you are so ready for this.
Right, so you walk up to the counter. The waiter will probably ask you this. Что будете? This just means, what will you have? Let's break that down. Что будете? And now it's your turn. Here's how you respond, using our magic phrase. Let's say you want a coffee and a sandwich. That little word «и» just means and. So you'd say, «Мне кофе и бутерброд, пожалуйста». Look at that, you just ordered a whole meal. Now the waiter might follow up with this. Что-нибудь еще? All that means is anything else. Let's break it down again. Что-нибудь еще? And your simple, polite response is just «Нет, спасибо». «Нет» is no, and «спасибо» is thank you. These are 2 essential words right here. Let's say them. Нет, спасибо. Perfect.
And finally, the waiter will tell you the price. They'll probably say something like, «С вас 300 рублей». This literally means, from you, 300 rubles. It's just how they state the total.
Let's just focus on that number for a second. 300 rubles. The word for 300 is 300, and rubles is rubley. 300 rubley. So when you hear that, you know it's time to pay up.
And you did it! You just completed the entire dialogue. Amazing! Before we wrap this up, I just want to go over a couple of quick pro tips to make your experience even smoother. Okay, so just a few key things to remember. First, always be polite. Using пожалуйста really does go a long way. Second, in a lot of Russian cafes, you pay right at the counter when you order, so just be ready for that. And honestly, most importantly, the best way to make this all stick is to practice. Just say the whole dialogue out loud a few times. You'll be surprised how fast it starts to feel natural.
And just like that, you are ready to walk into a Russian cafe. You've learned the words, the key phrase, and a whole conversation.
You know, the next logical step is taking these skills to a full restaurant. So, are you ready for that? If the answer is yes, make sure you subscribe for our next explainer all about restaurant vocabulary. Thanks so much for learning with me today.